Hey y'all, it's me Marty. Welcome to Ramblin' Live. See if anybody else pops in here before we start the show. Hopefully it'll be a fun one for y'all today. Looks like there's one person on here. Not sure who you are. It doesn't show you, but I hope you're all doing well today. Again, more people watch the replay of this, so I just roll with it even if there's not many people watching. So yeah, what you're looking at is a Flying J truck stop in Tulare, California, and that is Saputo Cheese Factory over there on the left. And yeah, I'm gonna load tomorrow, and it might be that place. I'm not sure yet. I haven't heard. Okay, we got two people on here now. Let me know who you are. Hey, my honey's on here. My wonderful wife is on here, and I'm not sure who the other person is. So I'm gonna turn the camera around here, and we'll get started with the show. Ah, there I am. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'm wearing my hiking hat today because I wish I could go for a hike. There's nowhere to hike here. I was gonna wear my do-rag, but I'm more of a hiking hat kind of guy. So, hi, hon. I hope you're having a really good day. Love you, miss you. Okay, so it's Ramblin' Live, and today we're gonna do coffee and questions. And I'll give you an update. So here's what the lineup's gonna be. We're just gonna ramble. And so I am going to share my 2 cents and answer 20 of the top questions that are asked on Google or AI or the World Wide Web, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. But I'm just going to give you my 2 cents. It might be kind of fun. It's not the top 20, but I looked them up, and these are 20 questions that are always asked. And today they were asked by millions of people. So I'm going to answer 20 of those questions for fun. I might have done this before, or I might have been planning to do it and didn't do it. But anyway, I'm going to do it today. So I'm going to answer 20 questions that are asked on Google. Then I'm also going to answer 20 questions that are asked on my YouTube channel. And yeah, and then if you all have questions, just shoot them at me and I'll answer them as we go. I'll just do it in between. Because the reason I like doing live streams is to connect with people, and especially when I'm alone, bored, and have downtime, I like to connect with my family and friends and viewers and subscribers. So please ask me questions, anything you want to talk about. We can talk about anything, just not politics, that kind of stuff and world stuff. Just let's make this fun. That's what my channel is all about. I just like to share my life and help people smile and just share whatever I'm doing. And just trying to live life fully in the middle of all the struggles of life, that we are so blessed. And so yeah, anyway, yeah, so I'm going to answer 40 questions, but you throw questions at me. So I'm going to share one of my favorite scriptures, and I like to start the live stream out with a scripture. I'm also going to talk about something that happened the last couple of days, just some struggles and stuff on the road trucking, and just give some tips for me and for everyone, how we can shine Jesus. If you're not a believer, Christian, just shine, just encourage and inspire others in the middle of trials. Because sometimes our reactions to trials are worse than the trials. And so yeah, my reaction the other day wasn't the best, and we'll talk about that. Might go for a walk. I wish I could go for a hike. There's not much to show here. Factories, and there's a couple truck stops. I can't even there's some fields here. I can't get to them because there's a fence, but might go for a walk. We'll see. And if anybody wants to see anything, backpacks or woodworking or anything like that, I don't know. Yeah, so we're just gonna ramble and just have some fun. And yeah, so grab your favorite drink and a snack. And we got 4 people on here, but I could only see one of them, my honey. I don't know who else is on here. So welcome to the show. I hope this is fun. I hope even just one of you are blessed by this. Whether you learn something, or you're encouraged, or at least you're entertained. Okay, so where I'm at, by the way, I'm in Tulare, California at the Flying J truck stop, and I'm empty, and I'm doing my 34-hour reset, and then I'm going to load here tomorrow morning, going back to Minnesota probably. It could be this cheese factory right here. It's usually cheese or butter, but there's a few other places too. To my east, and I can show you in a minute here and zoom in, but the Sierra Nevada mountains with snow covered up there, it's pretty. And that's really the only pretty view here. It's the rest of it is factories and truck stops. And I got fields behind me with some really pretty yellow flowers growing, but I don't know if I can get back there. I thought about actually hanging my my hammock between my truck and another truck. No, I wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be good. That'd be dangerous. But no, between my truck and a light pole. I've done that before, and I could do that behind me. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to start with a scripture, and then I end the live stream with a quote. And they both are kind of related. Anyway, this is one of my favorites. And so I'm always in God's Word. Every morning I do coffee and devotions. And, I listen to an online devotion. I'll read other ones and read God's Word. And something I've been doing for the last 30 years is, it's kind of a Billy Graham idea. But I read 5 Psalms, because there's 150 Psalms, and I read 1 Proverb. There's 31 Proverbs, and I read 1 chapter from one of the Gospels, usually Matthew. And by doing that, I read all the Psalms, all the Proverbs, and a whole Gospel every single month. And it just sinks in, and it's just something I like to do. I do other devotions too, but it's something I like. So today, it's March 8th. So there's 5 of the Psalms I read, but then Proverbs is Proverbs 8, and then I read Matthew 8. Just want to share a scripture in here, and this kind of is one of my favorite scriptures I have. It relates to being a craftsman and woodworking and stuff. It's one of them I have on my shop wall in my wood shop. Proverbs 8:30. Then I was a craftsman at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world and delighting in mankind. I always like that. Then I was a craftsman at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world and delighting in mankind. Proverbs 8:30. And I just like to look at that. I like woodworking. I like creating things, creating videos. I like to create in different ways, and God created us, and he made us to be creative. And but I'm not positive, but I think that was basically like Jesus saying he was with his Father when he created the world at his side, kind of thing. I know Proverbs were written by David and Solomon and stuff, but I mean, that's why I've always looked at that. It's like it's Jesus saying, yeah, I was with my Father when he created the world. And yeah, so yeah, there's that. Okay, so what I have for a drink today, I usually don't like this brand, but nothing against it. It's just, I'd rather have, if I'm going to get, so basically, I love my coffee, okay? Oh, now we got 5 people. Who's on here besides my wife? Who else is on here besides my wife? Let's see. Edge of Adventure. Hey! Welcome. How are you today? And who is that? I can't see. Hey, Robert. Welcome. Been praying for you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Oh, this is fun. So, I love my coffee. But I don't drink it all day. I used to, but I don't want to overdo it, coffee. But I'm doing great. A little bored. I'm doing a reset here in Tulare, California, but it's all good. Rolling with the ups and downs of life. I am so blessed. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's not too hot for you. You're Sedona, somewhere around there, I believe. So yeah, actually, everybody let me know. Honey, you're having corn nuts. Oh, cool. Okay, I got corn nuts here too. Okay, my honey's having corn nuts and water with lemon. What is everybody drinking and eating? Prescott. Okay, that's right. So, are you close to that tree? It's a memorial. There was a movie. I think it was Only the Brave. Is it Only the Brave or something? It was about the firefighters. I thought it was around Prescott. And they all died except one, saving this town. I was either Prescott or Sedona. I don't know. Great movie, sad, but really good. And there's a tree there. The Hot Shots, yes. Is that close by you? Great movie, just sad, but just, yeah, they gave their lives to save people there. But anyway, I love my coffee, and I try to be done drinking coffee by 10 or 11. Okay, I hope you're doing well. I haven't been watching your videos lately. I have to catch up with you. You always have lots of great EDC things and all kinds of great stuff on your channel. By the way, everybody, couple things here. I like this to be a conversation, so please ask me questions, comment, and talk to each other, okay? So we have Edge Adventure, he's in Arizona. Robert's in New York. My wife is in Minnesota. You know, talk to each other, ask each other questions, watch each other's channels, because you all have channels and you have great videos too. So basically, I ramble, that's what I do. I like to be done drinking coffee by like 10, because I start like 5. Yeah, Robert's in New York. Robert Fulton, Volney, that area. I like to be done drinking coffee by 10 or 11. Well, it's afternoon now. I had lunch. By the way, answer 3 questions for me. What are you having for a drink and a snack? What do you have for lunch? Or whatever meal it is, wherever you are in the world. And where are you at? The town you're in, well, at least the state. What's the temperature? Okay. So, I had sardines and curry noodles. Not together, but that was my lunch. I'm going to have a better dinner. But yeah, I might do Wendy's. Burger and fries really sounds good. But I got so much food in here. Anywho, if I'm going to do a coffee for... Okay, so I wanted to do this. Marty, you sound like you're on coffee all the time. I know. I'm sorry. I know. Yeah, you're right. So I thought I'd do this coffee and questions live stream. Well, I have a Celsius because that's what I drink more. I like Celsius. But Celsius and questions, it doesn't have the same ring. So I thought I'd do coffee and questions. So I thought I'd do a cold coffee because I'm done drinking hot coffee for the day. So, as all they had in the Flying J here was Starbucks. Not my favorite. I'd rather do a Black Rifle. In Edge of Adventures in Prescott, Arizona, 70 degrees and just water. Okay, water's so good for you. I drink a lot of water too. I'd rather get Black Rifle or Caribou or some other cold coffee. I'm not crazy about Starbucks, but that's what they had. So I have a Starbucks Double Shot Energy Caramel. Okay, I better start drinking this so I can get some energy, right? You gotta love it. You gotta love it, y'all. Yeah, the only bad thing about cold coffee is it goes down so quick. My wife loves coffee. Oh, okay. Yep. They have. There's actually a Love truck stop right across the street here too. My honey says it's warm, 47 here, but cloudy. I had eggs with asparagus and onions for brunch. I haven't thought of the next meal. Okay. Yeah, it's warming up in Minnesota. I don't want it to warm up too quick. I like 30s and 40s for a while. So, okay, for a snack. If you're Hispanic out there, this isn't, anything good or bad. It's just, I know there's a lot of Hispanic in California, so they always have a whole end cap, if not an aisle, of Hispanic type foods. Pizza sounds good for lunch. Yeah, they actually got pizza here too. The Flying J pizza is pretty good. I got so much food in here, I don't know. But I have an idea for a meal I might make. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so they have all these Hispanic snacks. Robert, bottled water, had an egg and olive on light rye for lunch. Ooh, that's different. That sounds good. Are you feeling better, my friend? I hope you're feeling better. Been praying for you. Anytime you want to talk or FaceTime, we can do that. I just prayed for you. But they have all these Hispanic snacks, and some of them, I don't even know what they are. And some of them are good. I've tried some are kind of weird. But, so I got 2 of them here for a snack. Saw the pygmy hippo in Glendale, Arizona Wildlife Park yesterday. Oh, okay, a pygmy hippo. That would be interesting. I like all those unique small animals. I always thought it'd be fun. So we have a 2-acre hobby farm in Minnesota. I always thought it'd be fun. And we're not farmers. We've tried chickens and that didn't work. But it'd be fun to have some of those animals, like baby named Jelly Bean. Oh, that's cute. I always thought it'd be neat to have a llama and a miniature horse and a goat and a sheep, just one of each. All these odd different a pygmy hippo. That would be neat to have in there too. Just have one of everything. Have a rooster. Have a chicken. Have a ostrich. Oh, that would be cool. I don't know. Oh, what's that colorful bird with the feathers and the things? A pit? No, you know what I mean. Anyway, I just thought it'd be fun. But back to the food. Okay, so this is what I got for snacks. Yes, much better, Marty, and thanks for the prayers. Marty knows, but for those who don't, been having heart AFib issues causing extreme fatigue. Yes. Oh, are they gonna? Well, we can talk about that later. But yeah, hopefully they're gonna do stuff to make it real better lately. You've been doing so great, eating better and exercising and everything, and so hopefully that has helped and it gets better. I had an AFib, honey. Didn't I have an AFib? It was like, gosh, 12, 13 years ago. Never had any other issues, but I'm aware. Okay. Okay, so what I got here is Choco Rolls. Chocolatey covered cakes with pineapple in them. Some of these Hispanic snacks are just, Jenny has peacocks. Yes, peacocks. That's what. You know what? If we had time and money and talent, it'd be fun to have some stuff at home. Oh, I would love that. I would love to stay home and just do woodworking, make videos, teach, raise weird animals. Oh, that'd be my dream. Okay, so we have that. And then this one actually sounds, this is Julitas. I don't know if you guys, maybe you can pronounce these better, but Julitas are filled pastries with milk caramel. All right, I'm going to try both of these as we go along here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer 20 of the top questions asked on Google. This is just my, here's the thing. I'm not going to say I'm nothing, because God created me. I'm something. I'm something, that's for sure. Boy, good thing I'm drinking coffee now, right? What happened to your diet? Oh, we'll talk about that in a little bit, because that's one of the questions on my 20 questions. So it'll be that's probably going to be an hour or two from now. We're going to try to make this a 1 hour live stream, but it's going to be 2 or 3. You did have an AFib and they stopped your heart and restarted it. No problem since. Yeah. I believe it was like 2012, 2013. Weird. And I drink a lot of coffee and salt and sugar. Well, I don't anymore, but I mean, so I can't believe I've never had any more problems. But yeah, I'll answer that a little bit later. We'll talk about that. So I'm gonna try these, and we're gonna answer your questions. Okay, so here's the Jolitas. All right, and I've had some of these, and some of them are good, some of them aren't so good. There was one, it's like a hockey puck. I tried that once, and it's like chalk. Wasn't very good. So we got 6 people on here. Welcome, everybody. Can everybody give me a thumbs up, please? And so I know Edge of Adventure, Bob's World, and Sunshine Legacy are, I don't know who the other 3 are, but welcome, whoever you are. You might be family, you might be friends, you might be one of my viewers or subscribers, but you're not logged on YouTube, so I can't see you. So you got to be logged in. If you're watching on your TV, then I can't see you and you can't comment. That's okay, but yeah, but okay, I'm gonna try this thing. You know what it looks like? My mom used to make what were they? There were what's the other thing that's not a raisin? Oh, they're really good. Not a fig, that other thing. Anyway, she used to make them, and it looked like this. It was like folded, but it ain't bad. It doesn't have a lot of taste, though. So I've noticed. Hey Marty, hope you're doing well. I need to get back in the shop. It's been over a year since I did any woodworking. Texas Carnivore. Joseph, welcome. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I missed you I was in like north of Fort Worth for like a week. You're listening to Billy Idol. Okay. Oh, Billy Idol. So I listen to mostly Christian praise and worship, but I also like classic rock. Also like classic country and bluegrass and all kinds of stuff. Billy Idol, White Wedding. That's what I remembered. Okay, what do we got here? We have been praying for you, Robert. Are you thinking about a date? Oh no, I mean, I was in Fort Worth a couple weeks ago. I had to wait. I sat there for like 5 days, and I thought you said you were there by, but I didn't hear anything, and I don't know. So what is it about Hispanic and Chinese, Oriental snacks and treats and desserts? They never have a lot of flavor. I'm guessing they have natural stuff, so they're not so much sugar. I mean, instead of raisin. Okay, I thought you meant what date am I going to be in Fort Worth? But you meant a date. Okay, you're right. Okay, you know what? Sometimes I got to get caught up because I'm running behind all the time. You're right, Joseph. Yes, I meant a date. My mom used to make date cookies like that look like this. Do not mess with Texas. Yeah, you're near Tyler. Yeah, but I thought I seen you say somewhere that you were going to be near Fort Worth, but maybe that was somebody else. Anyway, sorry. Yes, date cookie. Anyway. Not bad. Okay. Let's start going through questions. So this isn't a 3-hour live stream, but I want us to have fun here. Joe, so great to hear from you. Bless you, man. Yeah, so some of you know each other through my channel. Some of you know each other from other places, and they're taping a TV program for church, but didn't have time for anything but that. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. You didn't have time for me. I get it. I'm kidding. Midnight Hour Rebel, yo. Huh? Oh, is that the song? I just remember White Wedding. Was that his? I think. All right. That's okay. Let's try the other one. Let's start going through the questions. Okay. Yeah. I love music. God created music, and I love a lot of different music. All right. I'm thinking these ones are going to be better because they're chocolate covered. That's always a good thing. Okay. Question. We're going to go through 20 questions most asked on Google. They're not exactly at the top, but they're in the top 100, and today they're up there. Specifically today. All right. And these aren't in order. They're just... Hey, Lynn, welcome. And Lynn is on here. So we have Lynn from Ohio, Robert from New York, Edge of Adventure. I knew your name. I forget. I think it started with an A. From Arizona. My wife's from Minnesota. What is the best wood for making a spoon or carved fork? Well, I'll let everybody answer. But for me, carving utensils, I like birch, maple, cherry, because they're hard and they're tight grain. I don't like using coarse grain or softwoods. I don't like using cedar, but I will. Sometimes I'll make them from poplar or pine. They work and they're nice. They just don't have as much color and they're not as hard. But I like yellow birch or regular silver or paper birch. That's my number one favorite. Maple, cherry, walnut, those are my favorites, but I'll let everybody else answer too, the other woodworkers on there. I'm gonna try this coconut filled chocolate thing here. Looks like a ho-ho. Oh, all right. Not bad. A fallen limb from your neighbor's tree. Good one. Very good. Whatever you can find. So I like to make the best use of my downtime. Part of it's making a live stream today. I have some branches I've picked up lately. Some in the corner here, some in a container behind my truck. and I'm gonna process them. Robert says he likes maple cherry poplar. Yep. I think birch is cut so nice and it's hard and it's tight grain. It's not as hard as maple, so it cuts a little easier. Carbs, and it's got really cool colors and streaks in it. Also, box elder. Honey, I'm surprised you didn't say box elder. Box elder has beautiful red stripes in it. So yeah, I'm gonna process some of the wood and carve some things today. This isn't bad. All right, question. You guys keep asking questions because that's funner than me answering the weird one. But not bad. I don't know if I put chocolate and pineapple together on purpose, but it works. By the way, how is the video and the sound? I have my truck running, so I have the AC on. Probably don't need it. It's only about 65 out, but you're calling my honey again, so you're saying there's a chance? No, I'm not. I wasn't talking. No, Robert. No, there's not a chance. You made fast work of that. Okay, first question. Asked on, these are the next 20 questions are asked on Google, but you guys can intercede your questions and you guys can answer too. Okay. First question. What time is it? That's one of the most popular. Millions of people are asking, and they asked today because it's daylight savings time today. What time is it? Well, let me find the time. It's 12:28. Marty, understand? I know. I'm a dork too. Okay, so it's 12:28 in Pacific time. So this gets really confusing, but Edge of Adventure just said it's 12:28 in Arizona, but Arizona is in Mountain Time. Why is he the same as Pacific? Because Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time. So right now, even though we jump forward, the people, all the states except Arizona and Hawaii, we're at 12:28. But they are with Pacific. Arizona's with Pacific time right now because they don't do daylight savings time. You're special. Robert says 3:28 in New York. Yeah, that's right, because it's 2:30 at home. Well, I'll let you answer, honey. And yeah, Joseph says Texas carnivore. So what? Okay, here's a question for y'all too. I'm gonna ask you guys questions too, just to make this fun. Why did you name your channel what you named it? I wonder that about a lot of you, so just wondering. So yeah, what time is it? It's whatever it is. Sometimes I gotta ask Google though, because I'm in different time zones and daylight savings time and all the different stuff. It gets really weird. Robert, is he calling you honey again? No, I'm not. I'm not, Lynn. Oh yeah, you probably think this is weird, but it's a line from is it Dumb and Dumber? Or I don't know, because I eat mostly a carnivore diet. Oh, okay. Okay, next question. What to watch? People are just asking that on Google. They're like, what to watch? What do I watch? Edge of Adventure, my channel name is driven by a subtopic of knives. Okay, yep. Yeah, I like your video. You show lots of cool stuff. Yep. The Road. Okay. What to watch? Oh, The Road? Is that a show? I want to shine the sun, Jesus as a legacy. That's what my wife says. That's why she's Sunshine Legacy. You watch The Road. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Gotcha. Yeah, this is funny. Some of these questions, it's like, and then the next one, how to budget. Well, I'm not the one talking. I'm not real good at that, but stay ahead of your bills, live within your means, do it as young as you can from the beginning, because later in life it's really hard. Once you have bills, you have to make as much as you need to. So that's a hard one. But how many days till Christmas? 292. I love the Christmas season. I know this surprised most of you, but I watch anything woodworking or history. That's what Robert said. Tomorrow. Hello, Robert. Okay. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah, 292 days till Christmas. What holidays are today? Does anybody know without Googling it? But that's, people ask that. They're just, okay, March 8th. Is there any holidays today? There is. It's National Women's Day. It's Daylight Savings Time for 48 states. It's Peanut Cluster Day. And it's Oregon Day. Nah, notice I didn't say Oregon. I used to say Oregon, but then my cousin who's from Oregon said, it's Oregon. It's not Oregon. We're still here. We're not gone. Okay. How to tie a tie. I can't tie a tie. Today is my sister-in-law Carrie's birthday. Oh, okay. That's a great thing too. I can't tie a tie. I don't like ties, the long ones. I don't have any of them. I maybe have a couple. I've never wore them. I don't like them. I like bow ties. I think they look cool, and you don't got to tie them. The ones I have, you just clip on. So, yeah, I got a bunch of bow ties. I don't wear them very often. I did last one time we went to church. Texas Carnivore is this Joseph. Yes, that is Lynn. And Two Flipped is Lynn. So yeah, we got Ohio here, Texas, Minnesota, New York, and Arizona. And then we have a few people who I don't know who you are or where you're from, but that's all that matters. And some of you hate when I do this, and some of you like it. Get that log out of your eye. Okay. All right, next question. How to lose weight. Eat better, eat less, exercise. When we get to my questions, I'll talk about my 5 ways that I started eating better last year. Most of you already know, but I'll tell you how that's going. Y'all hit the like button. Thanks, Joseph. Yes. Yeah, we got 9 people watching and only 2 thumbs up. What's up with that? Anyway, okay. How to make money. Get a job. Work. There's too many people not working in this country. Too many people don't want to work. I get it. Everybody's in different places and you can't work maybe, but there's more people that don't want to work. Yes, get a job. I'm more Canadian than a New Yorker. I'm a 6-hour drive from New York City, but only an hour from Canada. Oh, yeah. Have you ever been to Canada, Robert? I'm sure you have. You've been everywhere. You've been more places than me. Rabobank. Marywell. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I work 70, 80 hours a week, and I can't make ends meet working. I can't imagine not working. Hey, and here's one. Where's my refund? There's millions of people asking that right now. Where's my refund? Guess what? You're not getting one. No. Yeah, we paid $135 to do our taxes this year, and we're getting $5 back. That means we lost $130. So, yeah. Anyway, but at least we didn't have to pay. Well, I guess we did have to pay because we had to pay $130. Oh gosh, yes, Marty, been to Canada many times. Iran? Oh, your refund's in Iran. Yeah. What is love? What is love? What is love? That's a song, I'm pretty sure. Yep. We're not gonna get into politics though. We're here to have fun. Pray up. Here's what I always say. Pray about all the hard things in the world, but focus on good and do what you can every day. What is love? That God first loved us. I know you're not all believers, not everybody's believers out there, but I am, and that's what I gotta say about that. God loved us and created us, gave his son to sacrifice, to suffer and die and pay for all our sins. That's what love is. That's why we can love. That's why we should love. And yeah, love is standing knee deep in sawdust. What? Okay. Oh, that's fun too. Knee deep in sawdust. 69 Pontiac GTO. Ooh. Okay, let's talk about that. We can go on to. I like going on different trails here, y'all. Everybody's favorite car. Go. 67 Shelby Mustang GT500. What's the world's needs now is love, sweet love. Yeah. Love, sweet love. Who sings that, Lynn, besides you? Okay. Why is the sky blue? Well, the sun in the atmosphere, it scatters and the colors scatter and they go, and blue travels smaller waves. That's why it's blue. That's the short version. 1957 Chevy Nomad. Ooh. Oh, I love the Nomads. 57 Chevy. Okay, so if we're going to do let's do our top 5. Number 1, 67 Shelby Mustang GT500. Number 2, 57 Chevy. I'd say a Bel Air or a Nomad. 69 Camaro. Any pickup between the 40s and 70s. And I don't like Corvettes, but I do like the Corvette. I think it's like a 50 or 55, that really old one. That was kind of cool. That would be my 5. Okay. This is fun. We're having fun, y'all. Jesus has blue eyes. Oh, yeah, there you go. I like that answer better. How to cook rice. Well, I'll tell you how I cook it, and I just learned this a couple years ago. I don't know where, but it works so much better. I mean, you take water, and you put it on the stove, and you put rice in there. And I always make way too much rice. I know, my honey knows. But I like rice. And it's leftovers. It doesn't go to waste. Anyway, but you get it boiling, and then pretty soon you're burning the rice on the bottom of the pot. What I do, get the water boiling first, put in the rice, stir it for about 5-10 minutes, take it off the heat, and put a cover on it. You got to take it off the heat. You take it off the heat, and the temperature starts to go down, so it's not going to burn, but it'll fully cook. But you got to leave it for 15-20 minutes, maybe longer. You take that lid off, the water's gone, it's fully cooked, and it didn't burn a speck. It works. Try it. That works for a lot of things too. You get something really cooking, take it off the heat, put the cover on it, and it'll finish cooking without burning. There's Marty's tip there for you. I didn't look it up. That song was by Burt Bacharach. Oh, wow. Okay. Bacharach. I don't even know if I know who that is. What kind of music is that? Okay, why do we dream? Oh, dreams are so weird. I've had some crazy weird dreams. I've shared a couple with you. Yeah, one was about another country taking over the trucking industry in our country, and yeah, that was a scary dream. Could happen. The other one was the other day about tarantulas in our black shag carpet. I mean, I'm riding a unicorn on a rainbow and eating pickles, and your song is on White Wedding. Oh, okay, White Wedding. Yeah, that was it. No. Yeah, I have that in my playlist of favorite classic rock songs on my Spotify. So I was born in '66, but I don't remember the 60s, and I barely remember the 70s. I pretty much grew up in the 80s. Actually, I'm 59. I'm going to be 60 this year, and I'm still not grown up. I'm just a big kid. By the way, there's a bunch of anniversaries this year. I'll remind me to share that in a little bit. Okay, why do we dream? Well, I looked it up. It's emotionally processing filing system. Something like that. Youngster? Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm just a big kid. These aren't bad. I mean, I don't know. These ones, there's not much taste. But yeah, our dreams are so weird. So, you're younger? You're a youngster? Yeah, we're all young. I've met guys that are 89 years old and they're hiking the Appalachian Trail. Stay active, y'all. and you'll always feel young and be pretty healthy. Do what you can. But dreams are so weird. They're things we wish for, things we dream about, things we are afraid of, things we worry about. No. It could be family and friends. It could be people that we worked with. People we'd seen somebody passing down the street, and they're in our dream all of a sudden. Like, what? How'd they get in there? You know, it could be the food we had the night before, out of body experience. Yeah, it's really interesting how real dreams seem, but yeah, they're just crazy. Sometimes I learn from my dreams. What is the meaning of life? To honor and glorify God. That's my answer on that one. And you can do that in whatever you're doing in life. You don't have to just go to church to worship God. You can do that with your life. That's just my answer. Again, these are just my 2 cents. How to make videos. Well, I'm not the one you should ask. I have 1,900 videos. I'm getting close to 2,000. So please subscribe if you haven't. Help me get to 2,000, because I'm going to give away a backpack full of cool gear. And some woodworking links. Yeah, I'll do that. Just use your phone, I encourage you all to make videos. You all have so much to share. Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't think about it for days and weeks and months. If I have an idea for a video, I make the video, edit it, and upload it in a half hour. I just do it because it's something I enjoy. I know it's not everybody's thing, but just use your phone. Some tips: make sure the lighting is in front of you so you're not a shadow. Do everything in landscape mode unless it's a YouTube short. Turn the volume up when you edit it. Do short videos and long videos, and just share your life. Be honest. Don't copy other people. Be real. Be authentic. Don't worry about editing. If editing makes it so you don't want to do a video, then don't edit. Just make a raw video and put it up. Just tips that I use. Yeah, just simple stuff. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm a little tiny minnow in a sea of YouTube, but it's things I've learned, and I think they turn out okay. I watch my own videos. I know it's kind of weird. Let's try the chocolate pineapple one again. I'm still not sure about it. So that's how I make videos. You don't have to have a special camera, microphones, or all that stuff. Especially if you don't make any money. You're just doing it for fun. How to rest. You tell me. Because I'm not very good at it. A hammock helps me rest, but when I'm home, I'm more busier than when I am on the road. But I like being busy. I like being productive and useful. And I like doing chores and projects and having fun and just living life fully. But you tell me how to rest. The pineapple is a little rubbery, I will say that. Okay. You guys let me know how to rest, because I'm not good at it. Next question. Where is my train? Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm guessing it's at the train station. Or you've already missed the train. Sit down. Oh, yeah. Good tip. Yep. Well, I'm sitting right now, but I don't feel like I'm resting. What do you think? Do you think I'm resting? I'm guessing the train's either at the train station or you already missed it. Depends on where the train is. You always say, my ship's going to come in someday. I know it's going to come in. My ship is going to come in someday. But when it does, I'm either going to be at the airport or the train station. I'm not going to be anywhere near the ship port. So, there's that. Getting down to the end, you missed it. I don't know. I do have some corn nuts too. Might have them. We're almost done with the 20 Google questions. And you guys keep asking me questions too. It's fun. And ask each other. Stop eating, yeah. Well, I don't eat and drink like this on a normal basis. That's just to make the video funner. Is it making it funner? I don't think funner is a word, by the way, but envisioning Envision yourself leaning back to float on the water. To do this, we need to relax. Visualize the water being Jesus resting in his arms. That's good, honey. I like that. I do not believe that. You do not believe what? What she just said, or the airport, or oh. All right. I'm not going to eat the rest of those or that. We'll just move on from there. All right. Stop eating. Not eating. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to eat. I really like these Celsius. They're the best flavored water that has good things in them. Zero sugar, 10 calories. I mean, I think they taste good and they're fairly good for you compared to other carbonated water drinks. Yeah, I got those Ramblers just because of a novelty, really, but they weren't that great. I kind of passed them on. These are good. I like the blue raspberry, but I found grape, and I like grape even better. Anyway, okay. Get down on the rest of the questions. I think I'm going to have some corn nuts, y'all. I like my corn nuts. And I like just the regular ones. You know what the ingredients are? In regular corn nuts, corn oil, and salt. That's it. You get the flavored ones, and there's a million things in them things. I wonder who else is on here. We got a bunch of people watching that aren't talking. Anywho, yeah, I like corn nuts. All right. 3 more questions. Time for lunch. See you later. Okay. Have a great day. Thanks for being with us. It's been fun. No, don't leave the rest of you. We're going on for another hour here. I can't talk with food in my mouth. I shouldn't. 3 more questions here. People actually ask this on Google. Who called me? How would Google know who called you? Call the number back. Search the number. I mean, I don't know. How many people are in the world? 8.3 billion. It's always around 8 billion. There is a population clock. It's really kind of cool. You can look it up. World population. Actually, there's a COVID clock. There's all kinds of clocks. They're pretty amazing. But every second, people are dying and being born. It just keeps going. Really amazing. I don't know how they, I don't know. And the 20th question, one of the most popular on Google, where am I? So if you're asking Google, where am I? There's probably some more important questions you should be asking yourself. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Now we're going to go on to 20 questions that people have asked me on my YouTube channel. How about more thumbs up for Mr. Marty? Yes, thank you, Lynn. There's 7 people on here, and there's only 4 thumbs up. I don't know who. I wish I knew who the people were. You could be family or friends, and I just don't know you're watching. Or you could be people I don't know. Most likely you're watching on TV, or you're not logged in. So, yeah. Log in if you can, or on your phone or something, if you want. You don't have to, but anyway, okay, I'm going to quit eating while I'm talking. Boy, I wish I could go for a hike up in the mountains over there. I'm looking at the Sierra Nevada mountains. There's snow up there, just beautiful. It's about an hour or 2 away, but all right, I'm going to go through these questions. I'm going to try to go quickly, but they might be more involved questions because they're of me. What font do you use? Probably the most asked question on my YouTube channel, because my YouTube channel, it started out as woodworking. Been doing YouTube for 12 years, 13 years now. I restarted my channel 2 years ago. You all know that story. Started out as woodworking, but now it's outdoor adventures and all kinds of stuff. One of them is me, Marty. I hope you're doing well. Hey, John, welcome. Welcome. Where are you from again? If you want to let everybody know. Yeah, so sometimes, yeah, and it's okay if you don't want me to know who you are or you're just not logged in. But yeah, that's why I can see people, but I can't see them. A lot of people ask, what font do I use for making names and words on my scroll saw? It's like a hobo font. It's one I found years ago. But honestly, you can use anything. You can use any block font. You can buy templates. You can make templates. I made mine. I got the hobo font, and then I made the little templates, and I just trace them. It works so good. But if you have a computer and a good printer, if that works, you can type out anything in any font on Word. You can do cursive. You can do block font. You can space them. You can all that stuff, and then just print it off and make your own pattern. Oh, Rio Rancho, yes. So how far is Rio Rancho from like the Flying J in Albuquerque? Because yeah, we need to meet up for coffee sometime. That's, I don't know, maybe the best place. I don't know. There's a couple. There's Route 66 Travel Center on the west side on I-40, and then there's a Flying J in Albuquerque. I don't know where else. It kind of has to be on the highway, but I don't know how far you are from there. But it'd be neat to meet up for coffee. I've met some people, yeah, through YouTube. I mean, you gotta be careful. Some people are weird out there, like me, but a lot of wonderful people. But yeah, it'd be neat to meet up. Anyway, that's the one I use. But yeah, a little tip: if you're gonna type pattern, if you're gonna print off any patterns, and or type out things on your computer and print them for patterns, for woodworking patterns, just put it on grayscale. You'll save ink. You're gonna put it on your wood and cut it out and throw it away anyway. Do it on grayscale as long as you can see it. That's what I always did. That always worked good. But yeah, where do you get your patterns? Well, I'm not too far from the Flying J. Okay. That would be fun. Actually, I'll be rolling through there probably Tuesday sometime. I got millions of patterns from woodworking magazines and books and online. I've downloaded some, bought some. I haven't bought hardly any. I got a lot of them free. I've made up a lot of my own patterns. There's a bazillion out there. Me too on the weird, and he met me. Yep. Yeah, actually, Lynn, I think you're the first one I met. I think I met Lynn first, then maybe Frankie, then Chris, then Robert, and I've seen you all multiple times. So yeah, that's wonderful, a wonderful group of friends. Through my channel, silly, God brings people together, it's wonderful. And I'd like to meet more of you too, so, you know, as long as you're not gonna kill me or something when we meet, but, so, as long as you're gonna be nice. Okay, yeah. What are your favorite projects for woodworking? So I got these in a couple of categories. I got woodworking, then hiking, and some random stuff. Some of my favorite projects, I like making custom names for people and word art. You know, I like making useful things, you know, spoons and carving things and little boxes, puzzle boxes. That's some of my favorite things. Favorite tool, scroll saw is my favorite tool. When I'm not in my shop, my favorite tool is a knife, just for carving. Favorite woods, birch, maple, cherry, walnut, box elder, poplar. Yeah. What do I carry on a hike? Wow, it's a lot of stuff, really. I mean, the thing is, you should have a waist pack or a backpack, something if you go anywhere. Have the 10 essentials. I have the 10 essentials and more, and I have videos on that. I'm not going to waste time doing that right now. But, yeah. What are your favorite trails? The Superior hiking trails in northern Minnesota on the North Shore. I love hiking with my wife up there, or anywhere at home, or any trail for that matter. But yeah, I've been on the PCT and the the AT and the CDT in different places and numerous trails all around the country when I'm trucking. Not as much lately, just don't get time. And but yeah, I really like hiking. Favorite outdoor activity? Hiking. Sit by campfire. I like canoeing too. I like biking too. I don't do it very often, but bushcraft and camping, and I love the outdoors. How do I prep a fire? So I used to before I left, learn some different skills, and I'm always learning, y'all. I don't know everything. I just share what I know on here. That's all. It's not it's just my 2 cents. But when we used to have a campfire, bonfire, I'd throw some logs on the fire and some newspaper and put some lighter fluid on it, and throw a match at it. Now I'd rather be creative. So now I prep for a fire. So split logs work much better on a fire than a log, like a round, So I will prep wood. And I love doing that. I don't like using a big axe. I like using a hatchet or my machete or knife. And I'll split wood and I'll prep it. So what I'll have is a small, like a little bird's nest or some tinder, which could be dry grass, birch bark, dryer lint, little fire starters, all that. You need some tinder to catch a spark, okay? And then you need some dry branches, some twigs, some small stuff. And then you need a bunch of nice small branches, split wood, and then some larger split wood. And you can use logs, but it's always better to have them split at least in half or quarters. And I have those ready. And then it's better to have it all ready than go look for stuff and try to throw stuff on. And I like using a ferro rod. If I'm in a hurry, I'll just use lighter, but I like using a ferro rod. And I like to try to do it on one spark. It's kind of fun. Get a spark going, then you put the light twigs on, the branches, and then the split wood, and then the bigger stuff, smallest to biggest. Yep. How did I learn mandolin? So I got my wonderful wife on here, Sunshine Legacy. She got me my mandolin 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Well, I think it was December of COVID, I think. Yeah, I've never been able to learn an instrument. I've had guitars and I've just never learned. And I just taught myself. I just started plucking away. I learned, so I just started, and I still do. I just play by ear. I've learned about 80 or 90 songs, probably maybe close to 100 songs, but I only know a little bit of them. And I just started playing, and I only play with these 2 fingers because this one I can't use because I cut it years ago, and I haven't learned to use my pinky, so I use these 2 fingers on my mandolin, and I just pick the melody of songs. I learned 2-finger chords, C, G, and D, and I'm trying to learn to strum. I'm not very good at it. Lots of practice, and I'm still an amateur, but yeah, I just kind of taught myself. How is your health? That's the one, and now he left. Edge of Adventure asked me, but you can finish watching this later if you want. Well, we're almost up to an hour. We'll go another hour if you guys want to ramble with me, but so I've always been overweight. I've always ate too much, but gosh, it was almost 2 years ago now. I was at 260, and everybody's different. I know, and maybe that's not much for some of you. Maybe that's a lot for some of you. I don't know. But 260 was a lot for me, and I decided I got to do something. And I realized that I was eating between 4,000 and 6,000 calories a day. Lots of chips, lots of donuts, lots of processed foods and deep fried foods and junk food. I was eating too much. I was eating not good enough foods. Wasn't exercising as much. And so I started 5 things. I started watching videos, truck drivers, men, just getting tips, and I put together a Marty diet. I don't want to dwell on it because you've all heard it, but it worked for me. So do whatever works for you. But it's 5 things: prayer, eating mostly whole foods, smaller portions, fasting, and exercise. So I pray about everything, and I ask God to just help me. So I pray. Mostly whole foods, so basically chicken, tuna, salmon, veggies, fruit, nuts. I do eat other things, but that's most of my diet. And I never really liked veggies, and I started eating tons of veggies. I eat lots of raw veggies every day now. The body can easily survive on 1 meal a day. Yep, that's true. Welcome, whoever you are. Welcome. Yeah, and so yeah, I just started eating better, okay, and eating less. I started eating between 1,000 and 1,500 calories a day, which is under. I mean, everybody needs about 2,000 a day. I was eating between 4 and 6,000 a day, but I thought I want to start losing weight quicker, better, and so I started eating between 1,000 and 1,500 calories a day. And I counted my calories for a little while. Again, I didn't want it to be a diet. I wanted it to be a lifestyle, so I could just keep doing it. And so yeah, smaller portions. And then fasting. We all fast at night when we're sleeping, but most people it's like 10 p.m. to 5 or 6 a.m. It's not really enough. Hi Marty, thought I'd say hi from over the pond in the UK. Keep doing, watch your video, love watching your vlogs. Oh, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Matthew, welcome. Thank you. So, then after 12, yeah, you're right. Are you talking about fasting? So yeah, you need to really fast. I just learned this from different, people help you. Again, I'm not a doctor. Just take this with a grain of salt. But I heard that your body doesn't start to really burn off fat till after 12 hours. I think somebody just mentioned that. I think that's what you're trying to say. So I eat lunch, brunch around 11 a.m. and then I try to have dinner like 6 p.m. I don't eat in between 6 p.m. and 11 a.m. the next day. So it's like a 12-hour fast or more. Is that 12? It's 12 or 6? No, it's a 16-hour fast, I think. Yeah, I think I do a 15 or 16-hour fast. That helps burn off fat because you have a bigger span. And yeah, somebody mentioned one meal a day. A lot of people do that too. I like two better for me. And then the fifth thing is exercise. And walks. Walks are the best thing you could do, honestly. I try to do a walk every morning and every evening. I love hiking. That's my favorite form of exercise. Do things that you enjoy that are fun. I love hiking. After 12 hours without food, liver has depleted the energy reserves that pulls the energy from the fat reserves. Yes, thank you. Yes, you explained it better than I did. Yes, that's why we're really not burning fat off until 12 hours. So if you eat till 10 o'clock at night and then you start eating at 5, 6 in the morning, it's not enough. Not enough, a long enough fast. But yeah, walking, hiking. Every time I stop at a rest area, I either walk or run laps around my truck. And I think I figured 10 laps is a mile around my truck. I'm a truck driver, y'all, if you don't know. That's where I am right now. And then, yeah, and I do sit-ups in my truck. They're huge, really good for your belly. And I have just weights. They're like 10-pound weights, 5-pound. They're not very big, but I just do it. Lifting weights, jumping jacks. When I'm fueling up, I jump up and down. I just feel so much. So doing those 5 things has really helped me. Prayer, eating mostly whole foods, smaller portions, fasting, and exercise. And you don't have to be super strict. Anything helps. Do what you can. And it just works for me. And I lost 50 pounds in 6 months, and I've never felt better in my life. But yeah, I did gain some back, but I've lost some again, so I'm getting back there. So I was 260 and I got down to 210. Right now I'm at 232, I think. So I gained some back, but I was at 235. I think I'm at 230 now. So I want to get back down to 220, 210, 200 would be great. But it's not just about looks you feel so much better. I sleep better. I feel better. I have more energy. And a lot of it is not eating sugar, not eating processed foods and all that stuff. But I still do it once in a while. I'll get it. I had a donut the other day, but I used to eat like 6, 8 donuts a week. Now I have one donut every couple of weeks. So treat yourself. I might get a burger and fries for dinner. I'm looking at Wendy's here. I'm thinking about it. So don't be super strict if you don't have to. Just do something. Just start something and put a backpack on. It feels good. I've given backpacks away and just to people in need, but also to guys just to help them get into walking and hiking and because I see a lot of truck drivers are really, really overweight and out of shape. And I just want to, if I die today, I've had a blessed full life at 59. If I have another year or 5 or 10 or 20, 30, 40, 50 years, great. I want to live it fully for God. And even with all the ups and downs of life, I just, but yeah, you don't have to be super strict, but do something. But those 5 things have worked for me. And it's a lifestyle, not a diet. The body has a natural healthy blueprint. It constantly wants to default to unhealthy food. Scribble all over that blueprint. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Great advice. Now we got 10 people on here and 6 thumbs up. We need more thumbs up, y'all. I just lost somebody. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, see, these questions it's taking longer to, yeah. Anyway, what is your daily routine? I was going to do a video on that. But basically in a nutshell, real quick, before I even get out of bed, I pray and I thank God for a good night's sleep. And I ask him to just use me in this day to bless other people and to honor him before I even get out of bed. And then, I'll usually go for a walk. Well, they're in different orders. I'll usually get dressed before I go for a walk. Get dressed. I'll have coffee and devotions. And then I'll exercise. Or sometimes I'll exercise before I have coffee. Sit-ups and lift weights, and stuff. And then coffee and devotions, and try to get a walk in if I can. It depends if I'm working out here or at home. Yeah, so basically that's on the road when I'm working as a truck driver. And then I'll start my day, drive all day long. I'll have lunch, which is basically cold veggies, garlic stuffed olives, and pepperoni for lunch usually. And that's like 11. One of the most destructive things is good health is stress. Yes. Oh, amen. I agree to that. Yep. That can make things hard. Yep. I'm always working on that one. And then I'll drive. Yeah, I'll drive all day. What is your chosen coffee? Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have tons of extra money. I can't buy expensive things, but if it's great value or no name brand coffee, I'm thankful it's coffee. But I like Black Rifle coffee. I like Seattle's Best. I like 8 o'clock. There's different ones. They're good. I like dark roast for the most part. I like Sumatra. I have a bunch of different ways of making coffee. I love my coffee. But I like cowboy coffee, or I call it bush coffee, or percolator coffee. But I'm just happy with any kind of coffee. So then I'll drive all day and stop when I need to for fuel and brakes and stuff, and then I basically like to start driving. If I'm going to drive all day, if I have to drive like 600-700 miles, I like to start between 6 and 7 in the morning and be done by 6 at night. Then I'll have dinner like between 6 and 7 at the latest. Try to get a walk in after dinner. I try to walk after every meal. I try. It's not good to just eat and sit. And then, whatever. If I'm in the truck, play my mandolin, read, watch a movie, go for a walk. How long have you been driving big trucks? Last time I watched, you pointed out a huge rock that looked ready to topple. Okay, I've been trucking for 24 years. 24 years, it'll be 25 years next year. And that, I believe, was on I-40 by Tucumcari, New Mexico. And it's at exit 233. And it's hanging up there and it's ready to fall. And I would say it's 2,000-3,000 tons probably. I mean, I don't know how many pounds. It's huge. It's giant rock. And it's going to hit the highway. It's going to hit somebody. And people have actually done graffiti on it. Hopefully it doesn't. They should do something with it because it's ready to fall. So I'll do what I can. Make videos, go for a walk, go for a hike, play my mandolin, read, carving, scroll sign if I have my scroll saw with me, watch movies. If I'm home, spend time with my wife, kids, grandkids, family, friends, do chores, projects. And then go to bed, and I always pray as I'm falling asleep and thank God for the day. basically my daily routine, and it varies. But do I have merch? Marty's Rambling stuff? Yeah, I do. And so I did it not so much to make money, because you don't make money from that stuff, but it's no. What's the name of it? It's linked to my thing. Need to play your other instrument. I know, Lynn. My friend Lynn here. Welcome, Bulldozer. Welcome. I know he made me a cigar box guitar, and I still can't play it. I need you to show me. Yeah. Yeah, it's linked to my channel. If you want to, you can. There's t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, all kinds of stuff you want to buy. It says Marty's Ramblings. I made a few logos, or my friend Robert made a logo, and I made a couple. And if you want any of that stuff, I've only sold a couple things. I think I've made like 50 cents. You know, I get pennies. It's more if you want something that says Marty's Ramblings on it. Yeah, it's linked to my channel somewhere. But yeah, I do have that stuff if you want it. Retirement plans. I don't even want to talk about that. First of all, it's not in the Bible. Second, I don't think I'll ever be able to retire. If I do, maybe 70. That's another 10 and a half years. But looking right now at my Social Security, I won't be able to afford to. So I'll have to keep trucking at least part-time or do something with it. And my wife's, it's just not going to be enough. You're going to retire, you need like a 401k, you need like a pension, you need like something from the military, you need something from a job, and Social Security. You can't make it. Just unless you're on disability or you have extra free checks that you get. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't think it's ever going to happen for me. I don't care that I just want to be home more. I wish I could quit trucking and teach, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Anyway, drop that one. Pros and cons of trucking. I've talked about that before. I think I'll pass on that one because I have videos just on that. A lot of good things about trucking, a lot of hard things, but yeah. Who is Marty? A bunch of people ask that. Basically, I am a Christian, I am an American, I am a man, I am a husband, a father, a grandpa, a brother, a nephew, an uncle, a son, a friend, servant for God. I'm a woodworker. I like to think that I'm a teacher. A truck driver, an outdoorsman, a small-time YouTuber, a putz. I don't know. Kind of a musician, not really, but yeah, that's kind of who I am. From Minnesota. Grew up in Minnesota. Lived there all my life. It's still my favorite state. Hey, we got 10 people on here and 10 thumbs up. Yes, thank you. I hope this has been a blessing to you, y'all. We're winding down. We're not done, but we're winding down. That's basically who I am. How and why did I start YouTube? Again, I just used my phone. I did it because I started watching Steve Ramsey of Woodworking for Mere Mortals, and he just talks about woodworking in the shop, and it's funny, and I could do that. And yeah, so if it's an outlet for teaching for me. It helps me to make videos, especially when I'm bored or down. And if one person is blessed or encouraged or inspired, that makes me happy. Americans have great voices for narrating videos. West Midlands, UK is hard accent. You know what though? I like it. I like your accent. I really do. So some of my favorite channels for woodworking and outdoor videos, that's basically the two genres that I like to watch for the most part. Woodworking and outdoor channels. I love your accents. I love the UK accent and the England accent and the Australian accent and the Irish and some of the some of my favorite YouTubers are from the UK. So keep doing what you're doing. Your accents are great, and I think they're great. I really like it. I like people from other countries. Yes, if you're gonna come to America, become a citizen, obey our laws, learn our language. We're not gonna get into that discussion today, but I love people from other countries. It's wonderful. I love other accents, so I really enjoy that. Some of my favorite YouTubers are from the UK, and I really enjoy that. So yeah. Favorite way to make coffee? I already answered that. Bush coffee, right on a campfire or a little stove. How do I get a sticker or a coin? So I have stickers and coins Hold on here. Here's my sticker. That's my Marty's Ramblings sticker. And here is a Marty's Ramblings coin. Both of them were made by my friend Robert, who was watching right now. And if you want a coin or a sticker, these coins are really cool. He did that on his laser. Those are pretty amazing. I got a bunch of these. I got both, a lot of both. If you want a sticker or a coin, I just need your address, but do not put it on here, as I don't want the whole world to see it. The best way, I mean, you could email me, but the best way is to personal message me. Facebook, somehow through there, or Instagram, Marty's Ramblings. Martin Leon on Facebook, or Marty's Ramblings on Instagram. One of those two ways, give me your address and I'll get it in the mail to you. Let me know if you want a sticker or a coin or both. I've only ever met 2 Americans in the UK, both when I was fitting windshields over 10 years ago. Okay. You know what I think is interesting? There's a few of my favorite actors. Marty, you have my number, would like a coin. Okay, yeah. Actually, Robert could probably just deliver one to you. No. Yeah, I'll get one in the mail to you. Here, okay. Lynn coins. All right. So let me know if you want a coin or a sticker. And personal message me on Facebook or Instagram with your address, and I'll get it in the mail. But yeah, there's a few of my favorite actors, actresses. This is really interesting, but they're from the UK or Australia or somewhere else. But when they act, they talk English, American language, which I think is amazing. Like Gerard, what's his name? I got a few of his movies. Gerard Butler or Gerald Butler or whatever. He's got a UK accent, but he doesn't use it most of the time in most of his movies. I don't know how people do that. That'd be interesting. And then I've heard people have an accent that doesn't have an accent. That's pretty good acting if you can do that. I like that. But yeah, I like the UK accents. I really do. Okay, everybody watching, do you think I have a Minnesota accent? I don't think I do, but people say I do. Mostly I think we have a lot of slang and the way we talk, but I don't think I have an accent. Gosh, or if I talk like that, but I don't talk like that. Does anybody really talk like that? Yeah, so that was all the questions on them. The other thing I wanted to talk about, you guys can keep asking questions, we keep talking. It is wonderful. How to shine Jesus through trials, or we should do that. So if something is really hard, I'm just going to say it this way. Can you please send me a coin? Yes. I don't have your address, Bulldozer. You'll have to get it to me. I guarantee if you were in the UK in a crowd and started speaking, every head would turn instantly. Really? What would they do? What would they be like? Oh, who is that nut? What is he? Why is he talking like that? Oh, that's funny. Okay, I need your, Bulldozer, if you want to send me your address. Don't put it on here, please. You have my number. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know. I could deliver it to you, because you're only like an hour from me. You have a strong accent, especially on the word coffee. Really? Coffee? How else do you say coffee? Coffee, maybe? Coffee or coffee? Okay. Yeah, so if something bad happens, if we're going through a trial or a struggle or a bad day, the big thing is it's a lot worse depending on how we react to it. So there's 2 things here, I guess, I just wanted to touch on. I don't want to hanker on it, but hanker? Dwell? I don't know. That's probably a better word than hanker. Anyway, the way we act, like you say, cough, not cafe. Cough. Coffee. I don't even know how to say it. Coffee. 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 Anyway, oh, you're making me sound weird. No. Hey, we got more people on here. Welcome, everyone. I'm here, was in the workshop. Hey, Will. Good morning, or actually good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can watch the replay later, too. You can just start from the beginning, because after it's uploaded, which takes an hour or two, you can watch the live stream that way. But welcome, my friend. Will is from New York, and he's a Scrollstar. Has a great channel, too. Check him out. But yeah, so, you know, the way we react to things makes things worse sometimes. So if we can try to be calm and just try to learn from a bad situation and seek God if we're a believer, you know, because to realize people are watching. You know, we're going through a hard situation. People are watching. I'll share something that happened the other night. So this is Sunday. Friday afternoon, I got unloaded in Jurupa Valley, California, by Riverside. And then I went to Van Nuys, which is northwest of LA. And I was going to load. And I got there, and it's like one thing after another went wrong. And I got overwhelmed and frustrated. I don't always, but sometimes I do. I have a strong faith in God, and I am even keeled and strong and you know, positive for the most part, but sometimes I get down. Life is so hard, but I am so blessed in the midst of all of it. I love a Jamaican accent. I used to do mission work in Jamaica for 20 years. Jamaica, man. Yeah, Jamaica. Yeah, sure. No, that's Jamaica, man. No, John Candy, Jamaica. Yeah, no. I'm crossing Jamaica with Minnesota. No, sorry, forgot I even said that. That was scary. But this was a hard evening. So I got into this place where I was going to load, and they said you need to slide your tandems back, and that's your wheels on their trailer, and you have to slide them all the way to the back. You pull a switch and you slide your wheels all the way back, so that when you're backed up to a dock and the forklift goes on, it's even, it's more solid, they're not dropping down into your trailer. And most places ask you to do that, some don't. I usually do anyway. But so started to try to slide my tandems. I couldn't get them slid. Sometimes you have problems with them, and you just kind of jerk them and stuff, and you can get them and stuff, and there's different things you can do. I couldn't get them to slide. I tried for over an hour. And eventually they said, yeah, I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave and work on it somewhere else. So I'm like, okay. I wanted to get loaded and then get north, you know, because I was delivering in, I don't know where I was delivering. Modesto or Tulare, I don't know. Anyway, but I had to leave there, and then this is kind of a busy area, nowhere to park. I had to find a shop that could try to fix it because I couldn't fix it. It wasn't working. And I called a bunch of places, and a lot of the places were mobile shops where they just come to you. They don't actually have a shop. Well, I found one that was an actual shop, and I called them, and they told me to try some things. You know, just tap on this, and nothing worked. So I said, you need to look at it. I'll pay you whatever, you know. And they said, yeah, we can take a look at it. I said, okay, I'll be right there. Yeah, it's just a pain. And so I drove to this place. It was like 15 minutes away. It was in, I don't remember the town, but it was in a residential area, and it was busy. There was a hospital and a school and all this stuff. There was cars parked on both sides of the streets. Went down the street. It was a dead end at the place. It was a real shop, but the place was closed because there was road construction. So I called the guy, and I said, I can't even get into your place. And he said, oh, I forgot to tell you, yeah, we're closed because of the road construction. Now I'm on a dead end road. The sun's starting to go down. He couldn't help me. What do I do? And I have a little over an hour left on my 14-hour clock. So it's almost dark. I can't get loaded because I can't slide my tandems. I'm in an area that I shouldn't be. I'm running out of hours. And so he gave me a number for another guy, and then that guy was going to come out and help me with the tandems to get them slid so I could go back to the place and get loaded. And then I was talking to him on the phone. He said, we can't get the part. You probably need a new air valve or something. It was an air problem, partially. But I talked to him. It was good. The sun's starting to go down. I'm in the middle of the street with cars on both sides, and a football game going on, a high school or some kind of game, something, and a hospital, and I was not in a good area. And then he finally says, well, we can't get the part, sorry. I said, okay. Nobody else to help me, so I can't slide the tandem, so I can't go get loaded. So we lost that load. Now I just need to get out of that area and find a place to park before I run out of hours. Okay, so there's cars on both sides, there's traffic coming different, and so I go straight, so I turn away from where I was going to go into this place where the road construction was, and start going down this road, and it's a dead end. Well, it ended at going into a school, and there's a hospital on one side and school on the other side. So now, and I went about about 6 blocks through curves, right? Big trucks in the UK, the front end is flat, nothing protrudes out past the windshield. Oh, cab overs, yep. That's what we used to have here. There are some once in a while. I don't see any here. You don't see them very often. Most of them are conventional with the hood sticking out now. But anyway, so I'm on this dead-end street. So now I have to back up. Now the sun's down. And I just got more and more stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated. And so I have to back up in the dark. And I have to almost like blindside. If you're a truck driver, you know what blindside backing is, and it's terrible, it's hard. And I had blindside backing down a curved, dark, narrow road with cars on both sides to get to the end of this road. That alone was hard. I had to, every couple of feet, I had to get out and look, make sure I'm not hitting anything. And then I get to the end. Now I have to curve blindside back down that road that's dead end, which there's barely any room, so I can get turned around and go. And then I get out and I'm like, oh Lord, help me, please. I was praying. So I was frustrated, overwhelmed. I was getting angry, but I was more sad. I was ready to cry. I was like, oh Lord, what else? I'm running out of hours. It's dark. I'm on a road I shouldn't be on. I can't get out of here. And the nearest truck stop's like an hour away. What am I going to... And I lost the load. I still haven't got my tandem slid. And then all these other things come in. I'm thinking about, I work 70 or 80 hours a week. I've been working for 45 years. I can't make ends meet. I'm away from home too long. And then you bring all these other things. There are all these people that are not, they get checks for not doing anything, and people who don't want to work, and all this, and I'm working so hard and I can't, and things don't ever seem to work out, and I don't know. All this stuff comes in, I was almost crying. I was just standing out there in the dark. Then people start yelling at me out of their cars. They say, you're in the way. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to back up. And it was hard. And but even though I was angry, sad, frustrated, overwhelmed, I didn't show anybody that. I'm trying to just shine Jesus even in the middle of it. And I'm not perfect, I'm far from perfect, but I try. And that's why it's so important, because people are watching. How are you going to react? What are you going to do? And are you going to make it worse because of your reaction? And I try to just not do that. But it was hard. I eventually got down, backed enough, and then cranked it and got out of there. And then I'm looking at my GPS. Nope. I mean, it's terrible. There's like 3 million trucks in the country, and there's not enough parking spots. There's not enough truck stops, rest areas, places to park trucks. Once you're out of hours, you get, a fine. You get a violation on your logs, and I'm like, I got to be done in just over an hour. And the closest place, I had to just drive up I-5, up Grapevine Hill, up, over to go up north. And now I'm going away from where I was going to load, which we lost that load anyway. But, and I start driving up I-5, and it's all tons of traffic. I'm looking at my clock. I'm running out of hours. I'm like, Lord, please. Now I just have to get parked somewhere and then deal with it the next day. And I got to the Flying J truck stop in Lebec. If your opinion, do you think people look at you differently after 50 opposed to, say, being 30 or 40? What do you mean as far as a truck driver? I don't know if that really matters. I think the average age is 45, 50, 55 for truck drivers nowadays. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be 60 in September, but I think I look like I'm like 20, 25, pretty much, don't I? I'm kidding. I act like I'm 15, but sometimes I feel pretty young most of the time, except for Sometimes I feel a lot older, but anyway. So anyway, I got to the Flying J truck stop in Lebec, just right at the top of Tejon Pass or Tejon Pass or Tejon. I don't know how you say it. And I got a parking spot. And actually, I pulled in because I had 1 minute left on my clock. Actually, it was under a minute. And I slowly I got into a spot, and I had seconds because it was under a minute. It went to 0, and then I logged off just in time. It's amazing that God got me through all that. It was a hard night and frustrating and overwhelming, but I tried to not get. I didn't get mad at people, but I was texting my wife. I'm like, I'm about ready to lose it, and this is so much all at once. But I think our reactions, the way we react to things, is more important about than getting out of that struggle. Because maybe God can use us in that struggle, because whatever we're going through, people are watching us, people are listening, they're paying attention, they want to see how we're going to react, especially as a believer, as a Christian. God works in mysterious ways. Yep, that's funny right there. I don't care who you are, that's funny right there. What's funny? What? That I feel like I look younger than I am? I think I look like I'm 20, don't I? I don't know. Anyway, boy, we got 13 people on here. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're enjoying this. VOSA vehicle, Operating Standards Agency, Police, the big trucks, driver hours here, tachograph. Okay. Yeah, so basically in the U.S., about the age, yeah, we can be on the clock for 14 hours. We can drive 11 hours within that 14 hours. And then we have to take a 10-hour break. That's basically, and we can work 70 hours in 7 days or 8 days, whatever it is. Yeah. So, but yeah, our reactions to things, because people are watching, and I just want to shine Jesus. But it's hard sometimes. I was overwhelmed the other day, and I don't feel like I reacted well. Then the next morning was much better. I mean, I got a pretty decent sleep, and I had a parking spot. And I had a beautiful view of the mountains where I was at there, and I was able to get into a TA repair shop in Wheeler Ridge. Read up on Marcus Aurelius. Okay, not sure who that is. Okay. Yeah, so I got in there. They got me in right away. It took about 5 hours, but they fixed it. It cost about $600. But so basically, we lost that load that I was supposed to load. So they probably lost a couple thousand on it. I don't know. I lost probably $400 or $500 I would have made through the weekend. Yeah, I still get paid by the mile, but I missed that load and sitting all weekend. It cost $600 to get it fixed, and yeah, but it's all good. And God's our ultimate provider and stuff. But yeah, so basically the slides and the pins, everything was incredibly rusty, and they lubed everything up, but then it still wouldn't slide. It finally slid, but then they found there was an air problem too. So there was a couple of different things. There was an air valve was bad on both sides, and another thing, but now it slides like butter. They fixed it. So, and then I was able to get a truck wash and a trailer wash and a washout right next door. So that was good. Now I'm all shiny clean again. Yeah, and then I got up here yesterday and doing my 34-hour reset here. I'll get a reload probably right across the road. And he was a Roman philosopher. Oh, okay. Marcus Aurelius. Okay. I'll check it out. And but yeah, hopefully I'll get loaded tomorrow and hopefully be home Thursday, at least for a weekend. Yeah, so just to really think that when we're going through a struggle or a trial or a situation, to try to shine Jesus, try to be calm, try to ask God how he can use us in that situation to bless others. I don't ask God to. I don't want to be free of trials. I'd rather have Jesus and trials than to have an easy life without him. I just want God to use me in the trial and make it worth it somehow. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Boy, that was a ramble. Well, we're gonna get ready to wind down. Gosh, we got a lot of people on here. Anybody else want to talk about anything else? I'm addicted to American Will It Run videos. Okay, I'll have to check that out. That sounds interesting. I'm going to read the final quote. I don't know. We'll probably start to wind down here, but if anybody has any other questions, shoot them at me, or comments or thoughts on anything I've talked about or said. I think we're having a good time here. There's 12 people on here. This is wonderful. I'm going to read the final quote here, even though we might go for another 5-10 minutes or half hour. We'll see. Final quote, and I don't know who quoted it. I just found it, and it said unknown. Maybe one of you know. But I thought it was kind of neat. Because the scripture again was Proverbs 8:30, that I was a craftsman at his side. And the final quote is, "We seek God in and through our particular vocation and place in life." I don't know who said it, but I think it was cool. We seek God in and through our particular vocation and place in life. So you don't have to be in a certain you don't have to be in church. You don't have to be in a certain place. You don't have to have everything perfect to worship God and honor Him with our lives. We can do it in the job He gives us to do, in the career, in the place, in the situation, in our personal circle of influence, and where we are in the world. We can honor God. We can glorify God. We can make a difference in the world. We can help people. We can be a positive light in a dark world, and wherever He has us. And I just like that. I don't know who said that, but I liked it. Yeah. So I don't know. Anybody want to see anything or want me to do anything? I mean, I'm starting to get running out of words. I mean, I could go for a walk or a hike. There's nothing to see out here. It's the truck stop and trucks and some factories in the distance. I wish there was a trail or something. There's nowhere to go, really, where I'm at. It is pretty, the Sierra Nevada mountains over there. But also, let me know. You can let me know in this video. Oh, sorry, my nose running, y'all. My nose. Say it ain't so. What? Leviticus 19:28. Not many folks around today that follow that little piece of advice. Leviticus what? 19:28. I'll have to look that up. What do you want me to do on my YouTube channel? So I don't have a certain niche. If I do, it's living life fully wherever you are. But I do a lot of woodworking videos, outdoor videos, roadside attraction videos, music, cooking, coffee, so many different things. That's why it's slow growing, running out of things to say. Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I could talk all day, but what would you guys like to see? Give me some ideas right now before we're done. I want to hear some ideas from you guys. What would you like me to do on my channel that I haven't done? Or what would you like me to do more of? I would like to see that. I'd like to know. Because I like to do things. Matter of fact, this evening I'm planning on doing a meal for dinner. Well, I'm thinking about Wendy's, but I have so much food in here I don't need to do that. It just sounds good. But I was thinking about making a Minnesota hot dish. And in my truck, without an oven, and it's mostly going to be meat and veggies, pretty healthy, and I have like 20 ingredients, and I thought it would be fun, but it doesn't seem like anybody likes those cooking videos. I don't know, but I might do that, but we'll see. Like, certain videos get more views, and it's not about views, and I don't make money on YouTube. I wish it would grow and I could make money and then be home more, and it could be a part of my retirement, but you got to have 100,000 or 1 million subscribers to make money on ads or different things. But I don't do it for that. I just do it because it's fun. It's and if I can bless somebody. But if I can get more views, more people watching, that'd be great. But it's not about that. But I wanna make things that people want to watch. That's interesting and fun. Like what? So, okay. So for the 12 people that are on here, if you could let me know right now in the comments, what would you like me to see do more of in videos? What do you think I should do more of? And is there anything I've never done before that you'd like to see? Those two questions. What do you think I should do more of? And what would you like to see that I haven't done? I have over 700 videos and I've done just about everything as far as woodworking and outdoor stuff. But is, other things you want me to see? What do you think I should do more of? And what would you like me to do that I've never done? If I could get a few comments before we end here. We'll go to 2 hours. We'll go another 18 minutes. How's that? We'll ramble a little bit more here. I need some ideas. I mean, again, I just do what I can. I work 70, 80 hours a week, and when I'm home, I'm busy doing stuff. I don't get time to make videos, and yet I still love hey, Jerry, welcome. Love your cooking videos. All your videos are great. I also like when you do ride-alongs. Okay. So I usually end up doing 1 to 5 videos a week. I like seeing you in your shop working on projects. Okay. So I end up doing anywhere from 1 to 5 videos a week. I just do them. I don't know, they're not real long or really fancy, but just do them when I can. And if I have downtime, I do extra videos. But it's where am I at? I watched your silly videos. Okay, the Goofy Me playlist. Yeah, I am a goof. But I watch them sometimes to make myself laugh. I laugh at myself all the time, y'all. Who all is still on here, by the way? Couldn't hardly stop laughing. Did you watch the one where I got the tape stuck on the back of the name? That's one of my most viewed videos. Actually, my number 1 video is a military surplus shop. I wish I could get that many views on all of those. Scroll saw videos. So I don't get as much time to do scroll saw and woodworking. That's why I don't have a lot of those anymore. But I got so many of those. I got so many projects and tips videos that, again, I have over 700 videos. I have a whole scroll saw playlist, a woodworking playlist. I mean, and the one where you are watching yourself. Yeah. One time I was watching myself, and my daughter videotaped me. I wish I had that video. Oh, yeah, just goofy. Laughter is good medicine. I love laughing. Lately, I've been listening to some of my favorite comedians: Ken Davis, Darren Strebolo, Brian Regan, Michael Jr., Jeff Foxworthy. Some of my favorites. Oh, hilarious! I'm laughing so hard I was crying. Growing a channel is a tough nut to crack. Yeah. So the people who their channels are doing well, they have like one niche. That's the main thing, really. If you have a lot of niches, YouTube doesn't know how to show it or promote it. People say, "Oh, you have great videos. You should be huge." Well, I have a lot of different interests and hobbies, so it's slow. But if one person is blessed, that makes me happy. That's all that matters. But yeah, I want to do more. So yeah, give me more ideas. Is there something I've never done that you want to see? Or your best video that is number 54? Yeah. I don't think it's 54 anymore because I redid the channel, but yeah. Well, and that wasn't even good audio or visual. It was just I used cheap tape on the wood and I couldn't get it off, and yeah. But yeah, is there anything you want me to do that I haven't done? Or is there something you want me to redo? So, a couple of my possible upcoming videos, as you guys are thinking, please comment. I want to see more comments. I also like the one where you were interviewing yourself. That was fun. And you know how I did it? if you notice, okay, I had to brainstorm, okay? I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I can figure things out. I'm like, how do I do a video interviewing myself? Okay, I thought I could sit here in the driver's seat, right? And I could say, hey, Marty, what's your favorite shop tour? Then I could go into the passenger seat and look at myself and answer, and then I could go back and forth. But that's a lot of work, and would it look that great? I thought there's got to be a better way. Plus, my passenger seat has a box of all my gear in it, and I have a toolbox and other things over there, so I couldn't do that anyway. So I thought, how else could I do it? This is how I did that video. Here's an insight here. I said, I looked at myself. Companies allow you to video getting your trailer loaded or unloading. No, not usually. It's usually truckers aren't even allowed on the docks anymore. You used to be able to, but a lot of times I can't even go on the dock. And actually, some places they don't have you open your doors. They open the doors inside, and they load you. They close the doors. They put a seal on it. You don't even see it. So yeah, there is sometimes I get loaded and I pull out before I close the doors. I can take a picture. I've done that before. Yeah. But anyway, here's how I did this. Keep giving me ideas for videos and keep asking questions, but I'm going to explain this. So I sat in the driver's seat here, and I had the camera just how it is there, and I said, so Marty, what is your favorite woodworking shop tour? Well, I'd have to say the scroll saw. See how I did that? I asked the question, and I'm looking at myself, and then I answered. I paused, and I answered. So I said, I'm just telling you, if you want to do this, you can do it. It's weird. Marty, what is your favorite woodworking shop tour? I'd have to say the scroll saw. So I'm looking at myself, and I answered myself, right? Okay, then I asked the next question. Okay, what's your favorite kind of wood? I'd have to say probably poplar or birch. So I'm asking the question, I'm looking at myself in the passenger seat, answering the question. Now, it's all one video, okay? You asked all the questions, now you pull that video into your editing tool, and after you ask every question, and it takes some time, it took me hours to make that video. After every question, that's wrong, really. If the driver is responsible for load security, he should see how the trailer is loaded. I know. Yeah, because I am responsible, but I can't see how it's loaded. Yeah, that's the way it is in America now. Most places you can't go on the dock. Yeah, it's too bad, but most places they do it right, and I've never had any problems. But so in the editing tool, after every question, you have to hit split. Okay? And then you hit split again after the answer. Okay? Then you take that answer, split video, and you flip it around. So it looks like I'm sitting in the passenger seat when I answered the question. Does that make sense? So every answer, you do a split clip in the video, and you flip it. So it looks like I'm interviewing myself, and I'm in the passenger seat. But if you look closely, the seat's the same. I wasn't in the passenger seat. I was in this seat. So I'm asking myself questions, and every answer, I flip the screen. Gotta go, folks. Peace and God's love to all. Okay, Joseph, have a great day. That's how I did that video. It's very interesting. It worked. You ask yourself questions, but every answer you have to flip the picture, the video, because that's something you can do in an editing tool. You can flip it. So it looked like I was in the passenger seat answering myself. And it's kind of funny and unique when you think about it. I've done that a couple of times. There's probably other ways to do it, but that's how I figured out how to do it. Ever see the scroll saw guy who makes Turkish drop spindles for spinning yarn? I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one. Who was it? But yeah, that's how I did that video. Kind of interesting. It took some time, but it worked. It's not perfect. I mean, but it's kind of fun. But yeah. Some of the videos that I might do in the next few days, well, Minnesota hot dish, I might do that this evening. I need to decide if I want to make it. If I make it, it's gonna be a lot for me to eat, so I'm gonna take some of it home from my wife. But I might do it. I don't know. A lot of people. I usually don't get many people watching the cooking videos, but I might. I have my favorite waist pack survival kit in the truck here. I might do a video on that. I've done it before, but more canteen cup cooking meals. I'm gonna start doing more. Oh, did I lose you guys? Something happened there. Hello, are we still here? For some reason it disconnected. Anyway, are we back? Well, I was starting to say just some of the videos I might do. I might do a Minnesota hot dish. I might show my favorite waist pack survival kit. I have it in the truck. I might show my backpack loadout again. More canteen cup cooking meals. I might do shorts, start doing more shorts and do tips and just top 5s, top 10 things. When I'm home, I'll do woodworking projects, hikes whenever I get a chance, roadside attractions. I'm always looking for more roadside attractions. Most likely I'm going to be driving back on Route 66 again. There's a couple places I might stop that I haven't done. We'll see. But so we got 8 minutes, y'all. We're going to quit right about 2 hours, if that's okay. If anybody has any other ideas, what other videos do you want to see me do? Any other questions? Wow, we got 16 people on here. That's wonderful. Can you give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this? You can give me a thumbs down if you want to, if you're not enjoying it. 17 people. Welcome, everybody. That might be a record for me. Making It with Scott, it's called. Okay, I'm going to check that out, too. And if any of you have YouTube channels, let everybody know. Well, if you're in your channel, your name right now. So you right said Fred 123. So where are you at in the UK? We have a friend Andy. He's in Upswitch something, I think. Yeah. Just wondering where you're at. A guy next to me has a cool backpack. Kind of looks like mine. A little smaller. So, yeah, it's almost 4. No, it's almost 2 where I'm at here. I'm gonna get another walk in. I did get a shower. So I get free showers on my Pilot Flying J card, but I don't get time to get showers as often as I'd like. I'd like to get 1 or 2 showers a day, but not on the road. I'm lucky if I get 1 a week. But I have 27 free showers on my card, so I can take 1 every hour this weekend. I got 1 this morning. I might get another one. Yeah, I think I will take another one this evening and probably tomorrow morning before I load. So it's nice to get a hot shower. Yeah, this has been fun. I hope it's been fun for y'all. Yeah, some of my upcoming videos. But I don't know. Anything else you want me to do? Shropshire. Okay. I'm not sure where that is. He's from Suffolk, Upswitch, Suffolk, I think, something like that. I work all over the West Midlands. Okay. Well, I'd love to go to another country. I've only been out of the country once in my life, and that was 2014. I went on a mission trip to Nicaragua. That was wonderful. But yeah, if I could go anywhere, I'd like to go to Israel, walk where Jesus walked. That would be amazing. I'd like to go to Ireland and Norway. Most of my ancestors are from Norway. But yeah, probably never get out of the country. But yeah, 5 more minutes, y'all. Anybody have any more questions or requests for videos? Is there anything that you think it would be fun to see me do? Or a weird food you want me to eat? Or someplace you want me to explore, check out on the road? Somebody had mentioned if I had stopped at the Jackrabbit, or was it Jackrabbit? Or the Jackrabbit trading post in Arizona. I did, and I did a video there, but I don't think I put it up on my new channel. Again, I had a channel for 10 years, and then I deleted it, started a new channel, but I put most of my old videos on here, but not all of them. I could stop there on the way home. I've been there before. It's just a little trading post. There's a rabbit that you can sit on. I guess I could do a new one, but is there anything you want me to try to make a video of on Route 66 in New Mexico or Arizona? Because I'll be going through there again. Anything you want to see at a truck stop, or I mean, I don't know, anything, woodworking, outdoor stuff, cooking, coffee, anything I've never shown that you want to see. Yeah, just shoot out more ideas and questions. I mean, I'll try most things. Not everything. I'll try a lot of things, y'all. This has been fun. Thank you for everybody who's been on here. Again, if you missed part of it, you can start, watch the replay. It'll be up in an hour or two on my channel. More silly videos. So, I got a weird sense of humor. Speak soon? Huh? Speak soon. Oh, yeah, if you're gonna... Yeah, we got 3 minutes left. If you have any more questions or ideas for videos, put them up here now. I got a goofy sense of humor, but I don't like to be fake either. I don't like to just do videos to be goofy, but I like to help people smile, but I like to be real and authentic too. I don't like to copy others. I don't like to force something. I'd rather it be natural. Yeah. So I'll give you a little quick peek. I'm not positive, but if I do my Minnesota hot dish meal video, my wife said she likes watching you because you're real. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, both of you. I enjoy your videos too. I like your videos. It was gross. You will. Just encouragement. You should do more videos of just chatting in your shop and just like why you like woodworking, why you do scroll sign, maybe just about your life, or just people enjoy that too. Not just seeing how a project done, but just chatting and people enjoy that. I do. I know. I like when people just do a coffee and chat video and just talk. Well, not everybody does, but that would be great. I like your videos. Robert, I like you to do a scavenger hunt hike. Make a list before you leave and see how many you find on that hike. Robert, I like that. I like that. Okay, Robert, I'm going to try that. Very cool. Yeah, I think that'd be great, Will. Your videos are good. Another thing, just things I've learned, like when you're doing the last few videos you did of the project you were doing, the husband and wife, maybe if you want to show that, put your camera on a tripod closer to your scroll saw so you can see the cutting, like above it or at an angle. God bless all. It has been fun. Hope to talk later. Marty, start playing your I will. Have a wonderful day, Lynn. Hey, we should all do a group chat later. I'd be open for that. I'm going to give you a quick insight. If I do the Minnesota hot dish meal this evening, I'm going to tell you some things I'm going to have in it. Bacon spam, carrots, celery, cabbage, parsnip, peas, corn, green beans, peppers, rutabaga, onion, asparagus, dried onions, tater tots, shredded cheese, cream soup, Marty's Dash, and garlic. That's going into it. That's going into my Marty's Minnesota hot dish this evening. If I do it, we'll see. Yeah, Robert, I like that idea. I'll definitely do that. Sounds good. Anybody else have any last minute thoughts or anything? We're at 2 hours. I think it's time to go. Got 12 people on here and 12 thumbs up. That's pretty good for this old putz. Thanks everybody for being with me. I believe you can continue to comment on this live stream. You can continue to give it thumbs up and all that. Please watch my other videos, over 700 videos, all different things. I just pray you're all doing well. Yeah, do what you can wherever God has you. I'm sitting here at a truck stop, not much to do, but just I'd share my life and have some fun through a live stream. Yeah, I'm gonna go for another walk, maybe get another shower just because I can. Maybe do a cooking video, we'll see. Play my mandolin, maybe watch a movie, do some reading tonight. Might hang my hammock up from my truck to that light pole. Might look weird, but anyway. Yeah, so I'll keep doing videos because it's good for me and it's good for some of you. I just share my life, and someday when I'm gone, they'll all be there and you can watch them. And yeah, that's the thing too. There's a few YouTubers that quit making videos, and I really miss them. I just enjoy. I don't like TV and I like my movies and stuff, but I really enjoy watching other people do things in life, and when they're gone, it's just sad, and yeah, but anyway, I think that's about it. Thanks everyone for being with me on this. It's been fun. Try to do it every Saturday if I can, if I have something to talk about. I need to rest my voice and my head and rest a little bit on this beautiful day the Lord has made. But yeah. When I take my hat off, we're getting to the end of the live stream. Yeah, my hair's getting kind of shaggy. I need to buzz it again. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well, and we'll see you on the next live stream or the next video. Maybe this evening. We'll see. We'll see. Have a wonderful day.